Hey everyone, welcome back to our video series exploring the incredible web development capabilities in ServiceNow. In our last video, we played around with e-charts, and today we're going to explore how advanced data visualization can significantly improve and help you with asset management in ServiceNow. Asset management is an essential and fundamental topic in ServiceNow, and you'll see how just a few lines of code can give you an entirely new perspective on your assets data. Let's dive in. Today we'll be prototyping with a tree map visualization. Tree map visualization is a graphical representation that displays hierarchical data using nested rectangles, where each rectangle represents a data item, and its size corresponds to a quantitative variable. With tree map, we can efficiently display large amounts of data in a compact space, allowing users to identify patterns and outliers quickly due to the use of color and size encoding. Tree map is an ideal tool to explore location hierarchy and all the assets assigned to the specific locations. That's exactly what we're going to do. Back in ServiceNow, I've already bootstrapped a project. Let me walk you through what's happening here. First, we get data from ServiceNow. This time, I'm using a custom scripted REST API. It's very simple. It returns the plain list of locations and all the assets. It is a quick and dirty implementation for prototyping purposes only, but even this approach can handle thousands of items. So we collect locations, then assets, and respond with a simple object that contains them both. Next, we transform the data into the proper format for the chart component using utility functions. There is just a few utility functions, and it's all plain JavaScript. We're doing that because from ServiceNow, we're getting an array of locations, and we need to transform that array into a hierarchical object, which we then supply to each chart's component. Finally, we set the chart properties, supply the data using a helper function for filtering, and we're good to go in just 40 lines of code. Now let's see it in action. We start the server and here is our interactive tree map diagram, which shows us ServiceNow locations, and the size of each element corresponds to the number of assets for that location. The diagram is fully interactive out of the box. You can click the location, zoom in or out, change the level of hierarchy, and much more. Let's try to change our parent location. By default, ServiceNow has 3 top-level regions. That's why you see 3 clusters of locations on the screen. Let's change the parent location to Americas. Here we go. There are 2 clusters, North and South Americas, with the corresponding segment showing you the number of assets managed under the specific locations. We can drill down further, exploring each location and identifying areas with the most or the least allocated assets. If we change our parent location to North America, we get a very interesting picture of multiple states, and you immediately can tell what are the areas with the most assets allocated and explore those places. Let's deploy our application to ServiceNow. Just a few clicks, and we have a beautiful picture of locations and volume of the corresponding assets for those locations. Of course, we can play and interactively explore the data. And now the fun part. Let's deploy our chart to Asset Workspace. We go to UI Builder. Open Asset Workspace, and let's create a blank page. Once we have a page, let's clean up the stuff and remove unnecessary parameters because we don't need them. The easiest way how to add our web application to the page in UI Builder is iframe. So we just provide the app URL, specify styling parameters, and here we are. Our tree map visualization is rendered on a page in UI Builder. And of course, we can test the page. Just open it in the Workspace context. It's fully interactive, exactly how we developed it. Keep in mind, we are in a test mode, so the next step is to make the page available for end users. Let's go back to UI Builder, then go to the Workspace settings, side navigation, and add a new navigation item which should route to our page. You might notice that there was a small issue in UI Builder, which does not render icons for some reason. But we can fix that manually. We just need to go to the advanced settings, and manually specify a navigation icon. And the moment of truth. Let's open Asset Workspace and check our page. Here it is. Interactive tree map visualization that offers you a comprehensive look at the locations and assets organized under those locations. And it's accessible right in Asset Workspace.